Hello, and welcome to, as you see here on the screen, NASCAR 14 test sessions. Now, what's important about this, I need to shave. What's really important about this is the chase is coming up in the NASCAR season. For real, and for my NASCAR season 2. So I figured, why not try and do a couple test sessions at the tracks that I really need to test at. So we're going to do Chicagoland and then Dover. New Hampshire, good at it, but I've had a couple bad runs, so I'm not really going to try it though. Chicagoland I've only done 4 races at, so we should get a good test session in before we do it. The other thing that we have going is, like I said, Dover. But what's important about this test session is the numbers. So I'm going to do one more run of 5 laps here at Chicagoland. I've already done 10 laps while I was trying to get the thing set up. Okay, so I've done 5 laps for my first run. My fastest lap was lap 4. Okay, I did 5 laps. The maximum speed that I hit is 197.6 miles per hour. The average speed was 176.62 miles an hour. And I used 2.35 gallons of gas. In run 2, through this whole first run, I did not make any contact with the wall. That's also important to note. Here you go, run 2, another 5 laps. Fastest lap of run was lap 8. The last lap was lap 10. The maximum speed was 194.85, so it's a couple of miles an hour slower. But the average speed only decreased by one little bit. The average speed here is 167.94 for run 2, and the first one was a little bit more. So the thing is that with this run here, I didn't make contact with the wall, and I guess the other one I might just got looking at a little bit faster 1 second. But either way, there you go. And the fastest lap that I set was this run. Okay. Also note for the first run 1 I used 2.35 gallons, and for run 2 it was 2.33 gallons. Right. Here's my car. I designed my own test car because in the old game they don't make the test car available to you. I mean, in the old game, NASCAR 2005, they had the test car. NASCAR 14, they don't. So I made my own 42 test car. Typically, the test cars are either black or gray. But the difference is I forgot to take these sponsors off. They wouldn't be there. All that'd be there was the thing that would say NASCAR Sprint Cup, NASCAR Race Car, that thing, and like your main sponsor, your number, and that. And obviously, the name up here will say Witt instead of Larson, but I don't think nobody's really going to see that because I'm not showing that part. Because the custom car is set up to say Curtis Witt as the driver, obviously. Instead of saying Ty Larson. I wasn't paying attention because Jewel decided to jump up in the window. Okay. This here's my out lap, so it doesn't really matter. There's a quick look at the car. I did make contact with the wall a couple times, second round. And this here's the first round, third round, pull out of the pits. Well, Jewel decided that it was a good idea to stay where I was sitting. So I'm just gonna get this and move the chair out the way just a bit. And Jewel's rubber face to make the chair move, so why bother? Okay. That's Jewel's desk chair now. The one that I used to have, that's Jewel's now. If I have friends over and we were making a live video, that will also be the chair that will be used. So we're going to set my fastest lap for this run. 193 right now is the fastest for this run. Up top you can see my fastest, well, from lap 6 to lap 10. We're going to see what we can do to be the fastest lap. 193 miles an hour. Looks to be the fastest that we're hitting right now. Will we get any faster? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Right now. Okay, that we just hit 194. So I'm trying what I did at Atlanta and at Bristol. I go into the corners, credit restriction didn't work so well. You go into the corners, and instead of slamming on the brakes, you let up on the gas. Right? So typically you go into a corner, and you'll just slam on the brakes. Not here, not now. I do get the back end of the car to wiggle a bit, which is good, which I needed it to do. 170, 180, 190 into the corner. That's slow. $190 again, 192, 193. That's the highest 194. Trying to get this here to be my fastest lap of the run, and it could be. At the look of how fast we're going right now, as long as I don't have to hit the brakes necessarily or slam the wall, I'm good. I won't pancake the side of that car into the wall. Look at this speed that I'm getting. I'm going to go down to that white line. That's where I always like to go. And back up the track. Final lap here of testing at Chicagoland. I got 15 laps on my car, 15 laps on my tires. Actually, no, you only get 5 to give you your tires every time out. One thing they don't give you is a new car. And there you go. So the infield garage to go to test to compare information that we learned over all 3 rounds. Okay, so my fastest run was that one that I had there. I only did 5 laps, so I didn't have the fastest 10-lap average. But there you go. So for the fastest run, I did 5 laps in the fastest run. The fastest lap was 29.88, and my fastest run would be run 3. So, fastest lap of run was lap 14. So we're looking at the thing. 4, 8, 14. The one always before the final 1 3 rounds. So run 1, fastest 197. Run 2, we're going to say about 195. And this in here was 195. And the average of run 1, 176. Run 2, 176. Run 3 was 181. So although to me run 1, I kept looking at the times like 193, 193. I'm like, it could be 193 more consistent. Then you got to do factor in the slowest times of 160. Now when I say 160, I don't mean that slow. But I mean, on the racetrack, that's in the corners is 160. Down the straight was about 193 or 4. I managed to hit 195 there one time. I did use more fuel on that run, but totally worth it. Now we're going to go back to the race shop after that testing, and the Atlanta care. I'm going to say this car. Let's go see if the only car that would have won there. Oh, the pole? Oh, could have been anybody. I thought it would have won the race. Which track hosted the first one on the road course? Linden Airport was the first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series road course. And Indianapolis Motor Speedway is known as the Brickyard. Now the thing is that you could get technical with the name. Now if they mean the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, then it would be Linden Airport. But if you mean NASCAR Sprint Cup with the name NASCAR Sprint Cup, then it would be Sonoma. Because if you're going by the series being, when the series became Sprint Cup 2008, Sonoma would be the first track. But if you go by first road course in NASCAR, it would be Linden Airport. There's Dover. I went the whole way around. Dover, Jimmy Johnson has the most wins. Mark Martin has the most top 5s, the most top 10s, and the fastest qualifying race record ever. Okay, welcome to Dover. 7 races, average finish 31st, no wins, and I've led 5 laps. Miles driven 71, passes made 157. Pit stops made 2, pulls 1, 4. Ow! Okay, so we're gonna go to the track. We're going to do 10 laps here, right? We're going to do the first 5, go back in, analyze the data from that, and then we're going to go back out for another couple laps, analyze the data. Well, they do that a lot in NASCAR. You got to analyze all your data of your lap times and all that stuff, figure out what happens, where you hit at the right time to get the best thing. So there's a lot of that goes into it. For the video game, it's not so much, but I'm more comparing it for the video than anything. So here you go. I'm going to cross that line for the first thing. I'm going to hit the brakes into the corner. Now I'm going to try to see if in turn 3 and 4 I can go through without hitting the brakes, and that right there was not bad contact with the wall at all. It's that contact right there that slows you down. Yeah, now you come off the wall and you sort of expect you might see if we can tap the wall a bit. I always come to this thing here, and if you tap that wall just a slight bit, you're okay. Like that. I hit the wall there, you barely even noticed it. But no, when I make contact with that wall, yeah, see, look, you can count the hill. I like running the high side at a couple tracks now. For some reason, the high side seems to be working for me better. Keep me on the low side. And here you go. Look at that. Getting a good run. Not going to hit the brakes at all yet. Into the wall at 160. It's all scratched up. But there's my fastest time. 23.00. So even though I hit the wall, slowed me down a bit, I did keep my time going, get off the wall. But see, the issue with getting off the wall at a lot of these tracks, I'm sorry that I keep going. But, don't stop saying anything. But I mean, you're supposed to in the videos keep going. But see, when you get up to the wall, you try to kick the car out of the wall, like, turn, and then as you get out of the wall, the back end of the car kicks into the wall, so it's sort of like this. So you're going to try to turn off the wall, but then, if you're going at a fast enough speed, you kick it off the wall, and the back end try to follow you around a bit. Not so much at Dover, but when I did do it the first time, it did happen. It's more those short tracks like Bristol that it happens, or Martinsville, that really you get that back of the car kicked in the wall, you're done. And that there was lap 5. So to infield garage we go. So let's take the analysis. My maximum speed was 178 miles an hour. Okay? My average speed was 154. My fastest lap of the run was lap 3. My last lap of the run was 5, obviously. I used 1.73 gallons gas. So, let's go back out on the track, and we're going to do a couple more laps. And then I think I am prepared to do the first 2 races, 3 races of the chase, because this Dover is the 3rd race of the chase. And for those of you that are watching, and you're probably wondering, well, you're already working on the chase. We haven't even seen, like, the videos up to Kentucky. Yes, I'm working on uploading them all right now. So you'll probably see Chicagoland, New Hampshire, and Dover in a couple days. We'll see how many I uploaded today. I really hope by the weekend to have the whole chase done. We'll see what we got. I know we have... I'm not even up to Indianapolis recorded yet. So I mean uploaded yet. Recorded Indianapolis. I haven't uploaded Indianapolis yet. When I get to Indianapolis, that's a good sign, because that's race 21 of the season. After Indianapolis, that's when it gets good. I've already been locked in the chase, so for anybody watching, yes, I'm in the chase. Even though you know I'm way out of the thing, at the points, I was like in 10th, I don't know where I'm at the point. In the videos, I know where I am for real, because the chase, Richmond happened. After Richmond, the points get reset with whoever has the most wins. So I have the most wins, so I'm first in the chase. And I already knew that a while ago in the video, so what I do to at least get out of that slump, but I haven't actually started, so why not say it? Now, what you're gonna see in the videos, because I am currently done with Kentucky, which you see that I won. After Kentucky, I just have a complete slump. I just like lose and I fall down to 10th in points and everything. But I sort of put myself out of it at the end. This is a quick preview taking you around here for a bit more. Oh! There was actually some severe damage. I mean, you go into the corner, you hit that wall like that, and if it slows your car down that much, the wheels lock up and you see black marks in the ground, which you can see back here. Way behind where I am. Those black marks. I mean, you took it hard into that wall, like. But I mean, there are more black marks on this track because it is cement. But I mean, yeah. So we get more black marks. Okay. So let's go to the infinite garage. That last lap hour doesn't matter. I'm definitely gonna bite into my fastest laps around here. Round 1. That's the 138 is my fastest. I had 2 seconds slower on my maximum speed. Okay, so that is me live. So the person watching, it should be fun. You got anything to comment or question? Write it to me and I will answer it. For the person viewing right now, you write your comment, ask it, any question. You might get a shout out. Because I know there's a way you can do it, can't you? Chat, you can do that. Right? Everybody sees that. Tim DeWitt is going to watch. If that's you, Tim DeWitt, thank you for watching, and everybody else is watching. Also, thank you. So it's been fun. Look out for some more live videos. Right, new email. So, let's open this up, see what it says. Right, that's not really a question, that's in another language that I don't understand what it says. Video, V, Prevo, D, Promo, LD, Terror. I don't know what that means. So, good. And it has a link, but I'm not going to click on it. That's simple. I don't like to click on random links that I get. The virus. I'm not saying that anybody would have a virus in the link. I'm just saying sometimes I don't click on the links. I mean, I know it's a YouTube monitor, but busy, very busy. So, if you have a question or anything, write it in the comments. Email. Really, I only get the emails if you comment. So, if you comment, I shall receive your email and hopefully respond to it. If anybody has any comments, write them. We are ready to write some comments and read viewer questions. That would be fun. So if you got any of this stuff, write it to me. And I'm going to give the person that's watching about 1 minute if you want to write anything else to me. I'll comment and I might mention to answer your question. if you have a question. That's all I'm going to answer. But back to what I was saying, we have a bunch of good videos coming up for you. It should be fun. So, and that's all I really gotta say. Question and answer. What does this thing do? Q&A. Oh, okay, bring thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Just doing random crap. What does the control room do? The control room does that. Stop searching for my face, yo. What kind of stamps do we have? Bow ties. You can stamp feathers on the screen. Stamp some feathers. Pink feathers. Text. Thank you for. Hold on. Doing. And we're gonna place that right there. And then we're just gonna run this step around. I want it to be orange. So if you're viewing this, thank you for viewing. Any questions, comments, potential shoutouts, write to me. Yeah. So viewing person. Any questions? Anything that you would like me to answer for you, or anything that you'd like me to say? You have about 15 seconds to type it. Actually, when it's 5:43, I'm done. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the race shop, and we're gonna get ready for some brilliant driving. So, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for viewing, everybody. Thank you for watching, and probably not liking because nobody ever likes the videos that I make. But you know, all that stuff. Appreciate it. We can change the text of it. Some red in here. Okay, thanks for viewing. Goodbye.